Now at 9, carnival preparations are underway with less than 24 hours until gates open. We'll let you know what you can expect.
And a Muncie native will get an honorary degree next month. We'll introduce you to her tonight.
Warmer temperatures across the entire state today, but storms are on the way. I'll have all that timing coming up.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Jeremy Masukovich.
And I'm Michelle Kaufman.
We begin tonight as preparations are underway for the annual Late Night Carnival on Ball State's campus. The carnival is just under 24 hours away.
And the site of that carnival is where we find NewsLink Indiana's Tyler Brummett tonight. Tyler?
Yeah, hey there, Jeremy and Michelle. Good evening. Excitement is building on campus as this time tomorrow, the area that is just behind me will be buzzing with excitement and with students. This area is typically a commuter lot, but tonight crews do continue their preparations when it comes to putting this event together. Whoa, it's not time just yet. Setup began last night as rides and booths made their way into the parking lot. Team members have spent all day testing rides, making sure everything is up to code as far as safety regulations. This is a process that's going to continue tomorrow leading up to the carnival. Now, as far as students, they had the opportunity today to pre-register for the carnival. The late night crew had some places across campus for students to do just that. One of those locations was at the Scramble Light. For some students, this is a yearly tradition.
I'm going with probably most of my field hockey team because I play field hockey here, and we've gone every year before, and just like...
For students like senior Hannah Bond, this is a time of year to look forward to. As far as what she's most excited for?
Free cotton candy. They have this really big ride that like goes up and down and spins at the same time.
Ah yes, the rides and the food. It's going to be just like the carnival from when we were all younger. This year there will of course be some of your favorite sweet treats. As you would expect, there will also be a variety of rides for students to enjoy. Ah, yes, we're so excited for it. Now, here's some stuff that you need to know. Students who pre-registered, they're going to be allowed in a bit earlier. The time for that is 6 o'clock. Everyone else will be allowed in at 7. The event itself, well, it's going to be lasting until 1 in the morning, so it's looking like it's going to be a fun time, Jeremy and Michelle. That's all we have out here for now. Live on campus, Tyler Brummett, NewsLink, Indiana.
Tyler, thank you. For more information on the carnival, go to bsu.edu/late night. Now, Jeremy, I know the carnival's outside. We had really great weather today, so hopefully that'll continue.
Yeah, hopefully the temperatures aren't like a roller coaster going up and down. Peyton, what do you got going on for us?
You know, Jeremy, Michelle, today's temperatures were at the top of that peak of that roller coaster, that's for sure. We saw temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s across the state. Especially Fort Wayne actually missed out on that as they only topped out at 59 degrees today. Poor them. But right now those warmer temperatures still sticking with us across our viewing area right now. 75 in Muncie, 73 Anderson, and 76 in Indianapolis. So still relatively warm and across McKinley Avenue, same story. And clear skies actually, and those winds subsiding as the evening progresses. Only 8 miles an hour as we've seen today. Rather gusty, and this is about to change as we're going to be seeing some rainfall come into our area and some potential storms. Right now, a cold front moving across central Illinois, which will be making its way into the state of Indiana as this evening progresses, as well as the overnight hours. But I'll have more coming up on that in my full forecast.
This academic year is also Ball State's centennial year, and a very special person will be receiving her honorary degree at this year's commencement. NewsLink Indiana's Emily Harless has more on who that will be.
Lucina Ball Moxley is the oldest living descendant of the Ball family, who established Ball State in 1918, the same year 100-year-old Moxley was born. Moxley has lived a long and prosperous life, one that was strongly influenced by the music that she began studying at age 4.
And it was fun, and so I kept on with it, and I thought it was kind of important to know how to do it.
Aside from music, Moxley's life also influenced her to write several books, one of which is an autobiography where she describes what it was like to grow up in the Ball family.
I was a lot by myself, but I had a lot of friends.
At this year's commencement, Moxley will receive an honorary Ball State diploma, something President Mearns is very excited to present.
So this one is going to be a particularly special one as we conclude our centennial celebration. So I'm very much looking forward to it.
Mearns also hopes that the gesture will inspire students.
She has had significant contributions across the state, and we certainly hope that our students, as they graduate from the institution, will continue to give back to the university, but perhaps more importantly, to be invested in their communities.
And while Moxley feels she doesn't deserve the honorary degree, she still feels very honored to receive it.
I'm very honored to have it done. It's really nice for everybody to think about that.
In Muncie, Emily Harless, NewsLink, Indiana.
Ball State's commencement will be May 4th on the Arts Terrace outside North Quad.
Vice President and former state governor Mike Pence plans to make a return to the Hoosier State. Pence is scheduled to speak at Taylor University's commencement ceremony this May, but students are lashing out against this decision. Since the announcement of commencement speech this morning, over 1,000 students, faculty, and alumni have signed a petition to rescind Pence's invitation. Taylor University's administration has yet to comment on the backlash.
A new state budget plan would send more money to Indiana schools, but advocacy groups say that money is not enough for teacher pay raises. Republican Senate Appropriations Committee Chairman Brian Mishler said Thursday the proposal would boost base school funding by 2.7% during the first year and 2.2% in the second year of the new two-year state budget. Now, the Indiana House approved a proposal in February that would increase school funding by just over 2% for each of the next 2 years. Education advocacy groups estimate a 9% funding increase is needed to boost the average teacher pay to the midpoint of neighboring states.
A new law in Ohio bans abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected. Governor Mike DeWine says the state's so-called heartbeat bill protects those who cannot protect themselves. The state's Senate and House both passed the Senate Bill 23 on Wednesday. A fetal heartbeat can be detected as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy, before many women know they are pregnant. The bill, also known as the Human Rights and Heartbeat Protection Act, will go into effect 90 days after it's filed by the Secretary of State, but the law will likely face legal challenges. The American Civil Liberties Union already announced plans to sue.
The U.S. House passed a bill Wednesday to restore net neutrality protections that were repealed by President Trump's Federal Communications Commission more than a year ago. The bill is called the Save the Internet Act. It would prohibit internet service providers from interfering with web traffic. Net neutrality supporters argued that without the rules and an agency like the FCC enforcing them, internet providers will have the ability to reshape the internet by favoring content from partners and businesses that pay them. The bill is likely to hit a wall in the Republican-controlled Senate. On Monday, the White House says President Trump strongly opposes the legislation.
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is under arrest in the UK, and now he's charged by the United States and facing extradition. Assange was taken to court today after he was found guilty of jumping a bail on a 2010 extradition order to Sweden. The UK is now deciding whether to extradite Assange. It would be in response to allegations by the U.S. Department of Justice he aided analyst Chelsea Manning to download classified documents and information. Streaming services like Netflix may have some new competition. We'll have those details next.
And one small town in Indiana is for sale, and you won't believe for how much. We'll have that full story for you after the break.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone? No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back. So if you're on the hunt for a new home, why not just step it up a notch and own a whole town? Well, one small town in Indiana is now on the market. Story, Indiana is located just 60 miles south of Indianapolis and has a selling price of $3.8 million. Now, the tiny town has a population of just 3 people, but is home to the state's oldest country inn. Story is listed on the National Register for Historic Homes.
The National Enquirer is for sale. The tabloid has been dealing with scandals of its own making in the past year, but now it also needs new ownership. American Media Incorporated CEO David Pecker confirmed the news Wednesday. The Washington Post reported AMI has come under intense pressure by its controlling shareholder to part ways with the Enquirer. The company has been in a legal mess for the past year due to Pecker's dealings with President Trump and Michael Cohen. Prosecutors reached a deal with AMI during their Cohen probe last December. The company agreed to stay out of trouble, but that deal may be in jeopardy now that prosecutors are looking into the Enquirer's reporting about Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. The tech billionaire claims the tabloid tried to extort him. No word yet about who might be in line to buy the Enquirer or at what price.
Disney will soon test its power against an influx of competition with their own streaming service. Absorbing Fox Entertainment assets has left Disney uniquely positioned to mount such an effort. The Disney-Fox deal strengthened what was already the entertainment industry's most enviable array of brands, with Fox's National Geographic among the announced Disney Plus elements. The Mouse House plans to introduce Disney Plus later this year as the major studios look to fortify their positions against Netflix, as well as Amazon, Google, and Apple in the content space.
Books and Brews has plenty of brews for you, but they're stepping up their book game. The Book Bar announced its lifetime book exchange program for all locations. The new Leave One, Take One approach leaves the organization of shelves to the community, creating a new way to ensure that everyone has access to free books. Books and Brews in Muncie is located on White River Boulevard.
As Ball State's centennial year begins to wrap up, the School of Music has one more celebration. Ball State Symphony Orchestra, led by Professor Douglas Josty, will travel to Hilbert Circle Theater in downtown Indianapolis on April 14th. The concert will begin at 4 p.m. with a Masterworks concert of instrumental and choral performances.
For all of us, it's a collaborative experience. So for the vocalist, it's getting to work with instrumentalist and vice versa for the instrumentalist. That's what's really cool about Ball State, is that we have these opportunities where we can work together.
Music played will include Beethoven's Ninth Symphony performed by the Ball State Orchestra, Jake Runstad's Proud Music of the Storm, while Ball State's Wind Ensemble will be performing Lincolnshire Posy by Percy Aldridge and Come Sunday by Omar Thomas. Tickets for the concert can be purchased at indianapolissymphony.org. The orchestra will also have a preview campus right here, concert on campus April 12th at 7:30 in Sursa Hall. Tickets are available in the Emmons box office and at the door for $5. So the weather today was pretty great. I hope that warm trend continues.
Absolutely. Peyton, what's going on?
You know, guys, those temperatures will continue to be rather warm, and we're going to dip down into the mid-60s, but I'll have more on what's to come with that drop in temperature tonight.
For those who serve today, and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Action!
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Well, guys, spring was definitely in the air today. I saw students by the dozens whipping out those hammocks and really taking in the day.
I know. If you walk around the quad out by Bracken, there's just hammocks everywhere.
Oh, there was a definite difference from when you walked out of the door this morning to this afternoon, and still right now across campus. And warm temperatures were definitely the story today. It's actually been the warmest day of 2019 so far. And right now, current temperatures still reflecting that. We're seeing temperatures right here in Muncie, 75 degrees, well within the low 70s for the most part across the state. Some cooler temperatures to the north, but for the most part, definitely warm. But this is about to change. This cold front is currently sitting across central Illinois, going to make its way through the state of Indiana, impacting some of our temperatures tomorrow morning. That's why the Storm Prediction Center has still put us under a marginal risk for the majority of our viewing area, just including Madison and Grant County right here for the duration of the day. This is going to be the big factor with these wind gusts, as well as the potential for some heavy downpours and some hail. But the main threat, though, is going to be these wind gusts. Right now, 16 miles an hour in Indianapolis, 8 right here subsiding in Muncie, but 15 down in Shelbyville. So overall, a windy day we've seen across the entire state today, and timing out what this rainfall is going to look for you right now. Here early morning, 7 a.m. for any commute out and about, you're going to want a rain jacket, as well as prepare yourself for some additional time on the roadway, as you could see some halts in your commute, as well as these rain showers are going to back off ever so slightly right here by 10 in the morning. Mostly cloud cover dominating our viewing area, just some outlying scattered showers, but we're going to be seeing some clearing throughout the afternoon, and some sunshine is going to reappear, which is a plus. But again, tomorrow temperatures are going to dip ever so slightly. We're going to start off tonight, though, 71 degrees. We're going to dip down in the mid-60s again. Our rain chances starting very early tomorrow morning. And this will be the threat, Ed. But tomorrow morning, when those kiddos are heading out to the bus stop, going to be a little different. 58 degrees scattered showers once again. Grab those kiddos the rain jacket instead of the umbrella, as the winds will still be relatively strong. When they come home, though, going to be in the mid-60s, mostly cloudy skies. And tomorrow's annual late night carnival is back in store for all of you. So gates open at 7 p.m. I know some people are going to be getting some early access at 6 p.m. for the carnival, but temperatures are going to be starting off right here, 64 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Going to be clearing, though, mostly clear by 1 a.m. as those gates close. So you're going to want a transitional layer for sure if you're headed out and about tomorrow night, as it could get a little chilly on those spinny rides. But the next 7 days going to be relatively stable temperature-wise compared to this week. We're going to see the best day to get out and about this weekend, 64 degrees for your Saturday. On Sunday, though, our next rain chance comes into play, 60 degrees, 80% chance of rain, and here comes a little bit more of a cold front impacting the beginning of next work week. 52 degrees, but some sunshine in store for your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Our next chance for any rain is going to come back into play at the end of next week. 65 degrees, 60% chance of rain. I don't know about you guys, but I am not going to be heading to this carnival. It's a little too cold for me personally, and I get motion sickness, so it's not a really good combination for me to be out and about tomorrow night.
Not at all.
No.
At least we're moving in the right direction as far as the temperatures go.
We are. I hope it's on an up.
Same, and with the spring weather comes a lot of spring sports. So Andrew, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, coming up, we've got multiple Ball State athletes from multiple sports receiving postseason awards. Also, you might not be able to catch the track team on foot, but you can catch them on campus this weekend. More after the break.
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously? Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10. I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Andrew Sanders with sports. Ball State volleyball finished their regular season just a smidge over 500 and will enter the tournament as a 5 seed. Some of the players who spearheaded their efforts this season were rewarded today when the All-MIVA teams were announced. Junior Matt Shevs was named to the All-MIVA first team. He was the Cardinals' kill leader this year and finished second in the MIVA in kills. This is his second appearance on the All-MIVA first team. Senior Parker Swartz was named to the All-MIVA second team. He finished second on the team in blocks and played a team-high 110 sets this year. And freshman Caleb Janess was named to the All-MIVA freshman team. Despite his season coming to an early end due to injury, Caleb was third on the team in kills. Ball State will open tournament play on Saturday at McKendree. Track and field fans rejoice. We've got the Ball State Challenge this weekend. Teams from across the region will converge on Briner Sports Complex this Friday for the 2-day meet. The meet begins at 11 a.m. Friday with the men's hammer throw. That'll take place over the course of 2 days and feature 20 women's teams and 17 men's teams. Now, of the 20 women's teams, half of them are from within Indiana, and that includes Ball State. Indiana teams will occupy more than half of the men's field, with 9 of the 17 teams coming from in-state. For the Cardinals fans, there will be plenty to see. Ball State will compete in a majority of the events. Out of the total 19, the Cardinals will take part in 15. Last year's Ball State Challenge saw the school shot put record get broken, and the Cardinals also won 3 events. They'll be hoping for an even better fortune this time around. And Ball State's basketball season has reached an end, but a couple of Ball State hoopers are being recognized for their work on the court and in the classroom. The women's basketball All-MAC academic team was released this week, and it featured a couple of Cardinals. Junior Aaliyah Walker and senior Jasmine Sams were both named to this season's All-MAC academic team. To make the team, a player has to have appeared in over 50% of their team's contests, as well as maintained at least a 3.2 cumulative GPA. Sams, an exercise science major, started every game this season and was the team's second leading scorer with 11 points. She was also first on the team in field goal percentage with a 47% field goal percentage. Aaliyah Walker appeared in all but 2 of the Cardinals games this year. Walker majors in family and child development and grabbed her season high of 8 rebounds around the turn of the calendar year. Congratulations to the volleyball and basketball players receiving honors this season, and since the weather seems like it should hold up most of Friday and Saturday, I'm looking forward to seeing the track and field athletes in action as well.
Yeah, and if you go to the track and field meet, you'll be hearing a familiar voice as well.
That's right, I'll be doing PA, so I've been doing a lot of research about this event, and I think we're going to have a lot of great competition. It should be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we do pretty well like we did last year.
Absolutely.
It is a sad night as it's your last show.
A little bit. I mean, it's sad for all of us, right? It's our last show as a squad, but I've had a lot of fun with you guys this semester.
No doubt, no doubt. Coming up, a heartwarming story for a lost puppy.
And find out what causes some people's heart rates to rise. All that and more in Trending.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. When I think of kids going to school hungry, hunger, homelessness, in this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. Time now to take a look at what is trending.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Joel Riley. Joel, what do you have for us?
Hi guys, and good evening to you all who are watching. Grab your tissues for this first story, okay? A woman in Wisconsin named Tegan was on her way to work when she came across an abandoned puppy named Larry. When she rescued him, she took him to her workplace and did everything she could to find a new home for him. After calling multiple shelters, she finally found a humane society for him, as well as an unexpected surprise. It turned out that Larry actually has 3 sisters who are all waiting on him at the society. Soon after the reunion, Tegan took the love a little bit further and adopted Larry. Moving on into comedy territory, most of us here have seen a heart rate monitor that shows how fast and or slow a heart is beating. We also know that when we start to get excited or nervous or angry about something, our heart rates may spike. Well, some of the Twitter users have decided to share some of the hilarious things that may get their heart rates moving, and you'd be surprised. Some of the examples may include when people see a dog, when people get surprised for their birthday, and when someone finds out some shocking news, and much, much more. And I have to say, my friend Adrian FaceTimed me yesterday, and he invited me over to hang out with our friend David to play a video game that I have been wanting to play for months, and it's called Tekken 7. I'm finally going to get to play it, and my heart rate, it's on the rise. I'm really, really excited. I don't know about you guys, but
I'm still obsessed with Larry, but I don't know if you'll be as that obsessed with this next 7-day forecast. But temperatures are going to be pretty moderate. Our next chance for any rainfall comes on Sunday. But for the most part, it's kind of bittersweet. This is our last show all together, and you two are graduating, and I don't know if you have any final words, but it's been a joy working with you for this semester.
Fun.
Absolutely, guys. I've loved sharing the desk with you. I feel like we've all grown a lot, and we could thank NewsLink for that. I mean, it's been awesome.
It's been fun.
I know Jeremy and I, we've been at the desk a year together now when I did Trending and now over here, and it's been great working with you and the whole team and NewsLink as a whole. It's bittersweet for sure.
Absolutely.
Please don't cry.
Don't cry.
And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.